Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a deeply human experience, being alone. Maybe you have gone through a phase where you pulled back from the world. Maybe you have been working remotely, living away from family, or just dealing with stuff that made you isolate. And at first it might have felt peaceful, even empowering, but over time things changed. You started feeling disconnected. Conversation felt awkward. Maybe anxiety crept in before meeting someone, or picking up a phone call. You wondered, what's happening to me? In this video, I want to talk about the psychological effects of being alone for too long. Is it dangerous? How does it affect your ability to relate to people again? And most importantly, how do you come back from it? This isn't just theory. It's something many of us go through in different seasons of life. And I promise, it's not the end of the story. There is something really important we need to clear on. Being alone isn't always a bad thing. In fact, there is a huge difference between solitude and isolation. Solitude is chosen. It's peaceful. It's you taking time to recharge, reflect, maybe reconnect with yourself. Some of the most creative ideas and personal breakthroughs happen in solitude. Think of writers, monks, artists. They thrive in intentional solitude. But isolation? That's different. That's when you don't choose to be alone, or when it starts lasting longer than it should. It's when the silence gets heavy, when you feel invisible, when the world feels like it's moving on without you. And the truth is, what starts with solitude can quickly turn into isolation without you even realize it. You stop replying to messages, you cancel plans, and at some point you forget what it felt like to belong somewhere. Now let's talk about what actually happens to your brain and body when you are isolated for long periods. Research shows that chronic loneliness activates the same regions in the brain as physical pain. That's not poetic exaggeration. It's neurological fact. Your body reads isolation as a threat. It starts pumping more cortisol, your stress hormone. And over time, it affects everything. Your mood, your immune system, even how well you sleep. Social interaction isn't just emotional. It's biological. You are wired for connection. So when you go without it, strange things happen. You might start overthinking every small interactions. You replay conversation in your heads for hours, convinced you said something weird. You are begin to feel unsafe, not physically but also emotionally, vulnerable on edge. And perhaps the most subtle and dangerous shift is this: your self-esteem starts to erode. Because without regular human feedback, we lose a mirror. We forget how others see us, and that can lead to distorted self-image, one where you feel less lovable, less worthy, less seen. It doesn't happen overnight. Maybe it starts with needing a break. Life's been chaotic and solitude is healing. You stop checking in with people just for a while. You tell yourself you will reconnect next week, next month, when you feel more yourself. But days turns to week. Now the silence doesn't feel peaceful. It feels loneliness. The longer you feel disconnected, the harder it feels to come back. Socializing, which once felt natural, now feels awkward or even terrifying. You start assuming people don't want to hear from you, that you are too off to be around, and they have moved on. Here's the thought. The voice is lying to you. Isolation wraps our perspective. It makes us believe we are forgotten. But in reality, people are still thinking of us, waiting, even hoping we will reach out. But let's pause here. Not all alone time is bad. Solitude has so many benefits when it's intentional and balanced. When you are alone, you can actually hear yourself think. You reconnect with your values, your needs, and your truth. You start to notice things you were too distracted to feel before. Solitude allows healing. After heartbreak, burnout, or trauma, sometimes we need to cocoon before we can fly again. It's also a time of creativity. Many people rediscover their love for painting, writing, or building something new during solitude. You don't have to perform for anyone. You can simply be. So the goal isn't to avoid being alone. It's to recognize when solitude starts turning into something darker. If you have been isolated for a while, coming back into isolation can feel awkward at first. And that's okay. It's like stretching a muscle you haven't used in a long time. It's going to feel tight, maybe even painful. But here is how you start. Start small. Don't expect to go from zero to dinner parties overnight. Begin with a message, a comment, a smile, Just one act of connection. Then practice casual conversation again. It's okay to feel rusty. You don't have to say something profound. Just asking someone how they are doing is enough. Join spaces where interaction happens organically. Think local classes, online groups, volunteering, fitness communities. You don't have to force connection. It will happen naturally in shared spaces. And if you feel brave enough, be honest, you can say, I have been keeping to myself lately, but I missed this. Vulnerability creates real connection. Most importantly, focus on quality over quantity. You don't need 50 people. You need 1 or 2 who make you feel seen and safe. So is being alone dangerous? Not always, but unchecked, prolonged isolation can slowly erode your mental and physical well-being. And the worst part? You often don't see it happening until it's already taken a toll. But you are not stuck. Even if you have been out of touch for months or even years, you can come back. It starts with small steps, small courage, and a willingness to feel comfortable for a while in exchange for something deeply human connection. So here's I want you to take away from this. You are not broken for needing people. You are not weak for missing connection. And you are never too far gone to be part of something again. If this video resonated with you, I would love to hear your story in the comments. What has your experience with solitude or isolation been like? And if you are ready to start reconnecting, just know I am rooting for you. One moment of courage is all it takes to begin again. If you found this helpful, click the like button and subscribe and share with someone who really needs it. See you in the next one. You are not alone.